और मीरा लॉन्ग टाइम।
यस सो वो ना तबीयत खराब हो गई थी। आई हैड लाइक वायरल एंड स्टफ एंड अभी भी वो कोल्ड कॉफ है बट लाइक ठीक
चलो गुड। क्या? Class, I think I did start with word problems, maxima, minima. So triangular question, no? All right. So let's continue with the problems on maxima, minima. Write a question. A window of perimeter P, a window of perimeter P, including the base of the arch. Bracket में लिख लेना. Including the base of arch is in the form of a rectangle, is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle, surmounted by a semicircle. I'll repeat, a window of perimeter P, including the base of the arch, is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. The semicircular portion, the semicircular portion is fitted with colored glass. A similar question you must have done in CBSE, but slightly different. The semicircular portion is fitted with colored glass, while the rectangular part is covered with clear glass, while the rectangular part is covered with clear glass, which transmits which transmits three times which transmits three times as much light as much light per square meter as the colored glass does, as the colored glass does. What is the ratio for the sides of the rectangle? What is the ratio for the sides of the rectangle so that the window transmits the maximum light? So that the window transmits the maximum light. Everyone has written? Rin? Rin, have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ryan, Zaina,
Yes, sir.
Chirag.
Yes.
Okay. Or shall I repeat?
I had joined now only.
Okay. Now write down. Latecomers लिख लो. Window of perimeter P. A window of perimeter P, including the base of arch, including the base of arch, take these dimensions, including the base of the arch, is in the form of a rectangle, is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. नहीं है। उस वाले क्वेश्चन में base of arch is not included and even the colored and the white glass are not there. ठीक है? Is in the form of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. The semicircular portion is fitted with colored glass. Semicircular portion is fitted with colored glass. So this is colored glass, whereas rectangular portion is fitted with clear glass, which transmits which transmits 3 times as much light per square meter, which transmits 3 times as much light per square meter as the colored glass does. As the colored glass does. 3 times as much light as the colored glass does. What is the ratio for the sides of the rectangle? What is the ratio for the sides of the rectangle so that window transmits the maximum light? फ्राइडे को फिजिक्स क्लास नहीं हो पाएगी इस बार. All right. So see, in these question word problems, what happens is there'll be 2 variables, maybe 3 variables. You have to somehow identify which variable to be removed so that the final equation has only one variable, which is to be maximized. So as such, what is given to us? Given to us is this perimeter is fixed. It says that perimeter is including the base of arch, which is not there in the otherwise question. NCRD questions will be 4r. This is x, this is also x, so it will be 2x, and it will be pi r. So is it okay? Perimeter would be base of arch is included. This is also 2r. This is x, and that's semicircle, which is pi r, is given to us. Now, what is to be maximized? The function is basically amount of light. Amount of light will depend upon the area of the window. But the problem here is that we have colored glass, we have clear glass. So we can't straight away, maximize the area, unlike NCRD question where you write the area and simply maximize that. So area of the rectangular part is how much? It would be 2r into x. Area of the semicircle would be pi r square by 2 because it's semicircle, but you can't maximize this just like that. Clear glass is transmitting light 3 times. That means area of the clear glass has to be multiplied by 3, a factor of 3, and this to be multiplied by a factor of 1. That is the first question. Since clear glass is transmitting 3 times as much light, area of the clear glass has to be multiplied by 3. All right. And that of the colored glass has to multiply by 1. So this is your function to be maximized. Amount of light to be maximized. But the problem is there are 2 variables over there. And this is a given condition to us. P is a constant. X and R both are variable. So which variable is better to be removed? If I remove R, I'll have to square it also. So it's better to remove X. So P minus pi R minus 4R by 2 is equal to X. So wherever you have X, replace it and simplify. Remove 2x. 3 into 2rx. So I'll remove 2. I can remove 2x. So when I remove 2x, it'll be 3r into P minus pi r minus 4r divided by, won't be dividing by 2 because I'm replacing 2x. So P minus pi r minus 4r plus pi r square by 2. Open it. 3pr minus 3 pi r square minus 12r square plus pi r square by 2. These two can club together. So the function is 3pr minus 5 pi r square by 2 minus 12r square. So now we have the function to be maximized in only one variable. So differentiate this with respect to r, find x and r, and find the ratio of the two. We are supposed to find the ratio of the dimension of the rectangular part. That is 2x by x by 2r. एलसीएम ले लिया ठीक है हाँ तो ओ now we can cancel. Write the function the simplest form, then maximize, then differentiate. Now we have only one variable. Differentiate with respect to r. Equate it to 0. You can also find second derivative so that you can show whether it's maxima or minima. In entrance, there's no need, but for board, you have to do it. So if I differentiate once, I'll get this. I find the second derivative also, d2a by dr square, which would be 3p is a constant, will be 5 pi minus 24, which is a negative number. That means it is basically point of maxima. Whenever second derivative is negative, it would be point of maxima. So now what you have to do is substitute dA by dr equal to 0, solve for r, and then find the ratio of the two dimensions of the rectangle. कर लो. नहीं, your final answer will terms of pi. Find the ratio of 2 x and 2r, x by 2r. X and r are the dimensions of the हाँ ये तो ऐसे कर सकती हो r यहाँ से r निकालो otherwise what you can do is this p and this ये वाला you can equate यहाँ से p निकाल के इसमें डाल दो get the ratio of r and x rather than finding r what you can do is नहीं the dimension is x हाँ x by 2r करना है so this gives you 3p is equal to 5 pi r plus 24r. So one method is we find r, then we find x, then we divide the two. But I would suggest that you get rid of p. Substitute p from here over here. So this is 4r plus 2x plus pi r is equal to 5 pi r plus 24r. And then find the ratio of x by 2r. 12r, 6x, 3 pi r, 5 pi r, 24r. So 6x plus 2 pi r is equal to 12r. So it is 3x plus pi r is equal to 6r. Is it right? No. So 3x is equal to r into pi plus 6. So x by r is pi plus 6 by 3. So dimensions are x and 2r. X by 2r is pi plus 6 by 6. So that is your answer. The ratio of the dimensions of a rectangle are these. क्या हुआ? दिस इज बेटर. ये वाला सही है. इसमें p इक्वेट कर दूं. कट जाएगा. उससे भी आएगा. Next question. A cubic function f of x. A cubic function f of x vanishes at x is equal to minus 2. A cubic function vanishes at x is equal to minus 2. Vanish means in maths it becomes 0, right? And it has maximum and minimum, and it has maximum and minimum at x is equal to minus 1 and 1 by 3. It has maximum and minimum at x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1 by 3. If integration minus 1 to 1 f of x dx equals to 14 by 3. If integration minus 1 to 1 f of x dx is 14 by 3, find the cubic function. Find cubic function. You've been given f of minus 2 is 0. Maxima, minima at minus 1, 1 by 3. That means derivative of the function at these points will be equal to 0, because at the point of maxima or minima, derivative of the function is 0. So 4 equations and 4 unknowns. And what is cubic function? The cubic function is basically f of x is equal to ax cube bx square cx plus d. So there are 4 unknowns, 4 equations. Solve and answer. You have 10 minutes. Function has maxima minima at minus 1 and 1 by 3. That means derivative of the function would be 0 at these points. First, you can use this. Function is vanishing at x equal to minus 2. So f of minus 2 will be 0. नया कौन सा ये? Form 4 equations. डिफरेंशिएट करो ना उसको, f dash minus 1, f dash 1 by 3 0. So f of minus 2 gives you which equation, Meera? This would be minus 8a plus 4b minus 2c plus d is equal to 0. That's one equation. Then you differentiate this. Derivative f dash x will be 3ax square plus 2bx plus c. Now you can use this. F dash of minus 1 is 0. That is 3a minus 2b plus c equals to 0. Then you also have f dash 1 by 3 equals to 0. In the derivative, you substitute the derivative, so it will be a by 3, 2b by 3 plus c equals to 0. So a plus 2b plus 3c equals to 0. So we have three equations. Then the integration. Tell me the equation you're getting after integrating it. चारों को. There are four terms in the function. Otherwise, you can apply some concept we have learned earlier. सारे वीडियो देख लिए ना आप? तो प्रॉमिस किया था तुमने, नहीं देखे? हम्म. Yes. Integrate, put the limits, tell me the final answer. Mehra, got it? क्या आ रहा है बताओ? Integration, what are you getting after integration? अर्शिया, हो गया डन इंटीग्रेशन? Limits are minus to 1 to 1. सही तो था ये, इसको तो इंटीग्रेट करोगे. This is what to be integrated. This is the function. Anyone? Tell me what you're getting after integration. Yeah.
So final equation 2b plus 6d equals to 14 are
6 what?
2b plus 6d equals to 14.
Okay. 2b plus d.
6d.
6d. Okay. Now I'll tell you a shortcut. If you remember, I told you that minus a to a integration of an odd function is always 0. What is odd function? Odd function is that which is, if you replace x by minus x, you get minus f of x. Integration minus a to a odd function is always 0 when I discuss functions with you. You don't remember this. Similarly, if you have even function, integration of even function minus a to a dx is always 2 times 0 to a fx dx. What is even function? Even function is when you replace x by minus x, function remains the same. This is the property you can use over here so that your work will reduce. Time will be saved. So which is odd function, which is even function? Anyone? This is odd because if I replace x by minus x, it'll be minus x cubed. This is even, this is odd, and constant function is always even. So when you integrate minus 1 to 1 ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, there's no need to integrate the entire function, substitute the values. We don't have so much of time. This is gone, minus 1 to 1. This is also gone. All you have to integrate is this, bx square and d. And this would be now twice 0 to 1, bx square plus d, dx is equal to 14 by 3. So when you integrate this, it will be bx cube by 3 plus dx, limit 0 to 1. Put the limit, I think you'll get this. 2b plus 6d is equal to 14, or you can divide by 2 also. b plus 3d is equal to 7. Right? So 4 equations, 4 unknowns. Solve them for a, b, c, d. This is a property of definite integral. You can add these two equations. 2b will cancel. You'll get a in terms of c. So if you add these two, it will give you add 4a plus 4c equals to 0. That is a equal to minus c. So when you substitute a is equal to c over here, a equal to minus c. So a plus 2b and c I can replace by minus a. So I get a is equal to b. So, so b is equal to a and a is equal to minus c. Therefore, b would be minus c. So we can replace a in terms of b. A is b, so it'll be minus 8b. B is b, so it'll be 4b. C is basically minus b, so it'll be 2b plus d equal to 0. So we get minus 2b plus d is equal to 0. Now you can solve this and this. A was B, B is B, C was minus A. C was minus B also. So what is A? You can, you can replace the D also if you want from here, no? D is 2B. D is coming out to be 2B. So when D is 2B, it would be 7B equal to 7, B is equal to 1. ये नहीं, I replaced A by B and I replaced C by minus B in this equation. Yeah. So you substitute B is equal to 1, you get the value of D also. D is coming out to be 2. D would be 2. B is 1, that means A is also 1. B is 1, that means C is minus 1. So we get all the, yeah.
सर हमें ए बी सी डी चारों का रिलेशंस पता लग गया एक दूसरे के रिस्पेक्ट में, तो हम ए बी सी को 1 लेकर कंसिडर कर सकते हैं फंक्शन?
No, we can't. ABC can't be 1, 1, 1. The 4 equations given to us, we have to take 4 different numbers.
Sir, in this question, I had actually initially applied another method, but उसमें मैंने ABC नहीं लिया था, फिर भी same answer आ गया by chance, because everything was 1, 1, 1. तो end में same answer.
But C is minus 1.
Sir, वो भी आ गया.
Oh, it's a by chance. Suppose
By
somebody,
chance हो गया.
yeah, somebody asks you what is 95 by 19. Then you say, "Oh, no problem, cut 9 with 9. 5 by 1, 5 is the answer. Correct answer, is it? 95 by 90 is 5, but method is wrong. So this is chance. तुमने chance पे dance कर लिया? Chance.
Yes, sir.
Right. So the function is ax cube plus bx square minus cx plus 2 is equal to 0. That's your final function. Ax cube, b is 1, bx square minus 1. It will be x cube plus x square minus x plus 2. That's your function. Next question. Any doubt? पूछना है कुछ? कुछ गड़बड़ की है, बताओ. Some misprint, some error, silly mistake. कहाँ पे? A equal to minus this is correct. Then and B and A are equal, right? Then this is 2A. Okay, 6A. So 7A is 1. क्या? 7A equal to 7. Yeah, next question. Px is a polynomial of degree 3. P of x is a polynomial of degree 3. फिर से दिल मांगे मोर. P of x is a polynomial of degree 3. So you can take P of x as ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This is a 3-degree polynomial satisfying P of minus 1 is equal to 10. P of 1 equals to minus 6. And P of x has maxima at x is equal to minus 1 and P dash x. What is P dash x? First derivative has minima at x is equal to 1. Find the distance between the local point of local maxima and local minima of the curve. Write it. Find the distance between the point of local maxima and point of local minima for P of x. A similar question, but this time you need to find the coordinates of point of local maxima minima of the function and then apply the distance formula. So I give you 10 minutes, do it yourself completely. Find the distance between local point of local maxima and point of local minima of P of x. P dash x is basically dp by dx. 4 equations, 4 unknowns, solve. इसलिए मैंने 12 का शुरू किया है बंद करके, मुझे मालूम है ना. But since P dash x also has a minima, so we have to basically find second derivative. So second derivative has to be 0 because it says P dash x has a minima. So P double dash 1 has to be equal to 0. So 6a plus 2b equals to 0. At a point of local maxima minima, derivative is 0 because tangent is parallel to x-axis. At point of maxima or minima, derivative has to be 0. So this gives you b is equal to minus 3a. So I have 4 equations. Solve them. Take your own time, no hurry, and get the answer. First, find A, B, C, D. समझ में आ गया ना क्यों हो रहा है? इसका मैक्स वो था ना, तो उसको सेकंड डेरिवेटिव 0 किया. You can add first 2 equations. You can subtract also these two. So if you subtract these two, what your answer is? 2a plus 2c.
तो बी की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? बी की वैल्यू क्या आएगी?
I don't know. Nobody has. किसने किया नहीं अभी मेरे ख्याल से.
8/3 आएगी.
There's no value in fraction.
तो b की वैल्यू क्या -3 है?
बिल्कुल सही. b is -3. You can replace a in terms of b. So when I subtract these two, so 2a plus 2c is how much? Minus 16. So a plus c equals to -8. So I can replace a from here. A is minus b by 3. C is basically b by 3 minus 8. Then you can use this. Replace A in terms of B, replace C in terms of B, get the value of B. So A I replace. A is minus B. 3 is minus B. 3 is basically minus B. Minus 2B. What is C? C is B by 3 minus 8 equals to 0. B is coming out to be -3. So when B is -3, C would be -9.
Yes, sir.
And what about A?
1.
A would be 1. What about D? D is 2 minus B. 5. D is 5.
Sir, honestly, it was easier to substitute everything in terms of a. उसमें कोई fraction का था नहीं.
ठीक है. So the function is, the polynomial is ax cube That is x cube. A is 1. Bx square. B is -3. C is -9. And D is 5. This is your function. Now we have to find point of minima, because point of maxima you already have. What is point of maxima? Point of maxima is at -1. And at -1, what is the value of the function? 10. So the point of maximum we already have. Point of maxima is -1 comma 10. You need to find point of minima. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So you replace, na? If you add, subtract, you get this a plus equal to -8. If you add v plus d equal to 2, then this you substitute everything in terms of b. वो कर लो. तो मैंने क्या किया, ए को बी के टर्म में लिखा, बी को बी के, और सी को भी बी के टर्म में लिख दिया. बी के वैल्यू आ गई. अब फाइंड द पॉइंट ऑफ मिनिमम. पॉइंट ऑफ मिनिमम निकालो. दिस इज पॉइंट ऑफ मैक्सिमा. हाँ. Find point of minima by differentiating the function equating to 0. Because we need to find the distance between point of maxima and minimum. Point of maxima we already have. So for point of minima, I'll differentiate. I get 3x square minus 6x minus 9 equal to 0. Again differentiate. Second derivative 6x minus 6. So when you equate it to 0, what is the quadratic? X square minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Use middle term split. X square minus 3x plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. X common, x minus 3. 1 common, x minus 3. So basically 2 points. One is -1, which is already point of maxima. X is equal to 3 is point of minima. You can verify it also by substituting x equal to 3 in the second derivative. If I find f double dash 3, it is coming out to be positive number. That means 3 is point of minima. When the second derivative is positive, it's point of minima. 3 is point of minima. So now you find P of 3, because I need the complete coordinate of the point.
So for that, we substitute the value of 3 in the main equation, right?
Yes, original function. Find P of 3. Function को differentiate किया, equate with 0, we get 2 points, -1 and 3. -1 is already point of maxima. 3 is point of minima. हमने verify कर लिया second derivative में डाल के. 4 unknown है, it'll take time. हाँ, because x square minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Polynomial निकाल लिया ना ABCD substitute करने के बाद. So what is P of 3 कितना है? What is P of 3, Arshia?
-22.
-20?
2.
Okay. So that means point of minima is 3 comma -22. -22, are you sure? Okay. So now you find the distance between them. Apply distance formula and you get your answer.
Under root 1040.
Under root?
1040.
Okay. the distance will be 3 minus minus 1, 3 plus 1 whole square. Then you have minus 22 minus 3.
-10 नहीं होना चाहिए?
1 minute. Yeah, 10. So this is 4 square plus 32 whole square, right? I take 4 square out. So it'll be 1 plus 8 square. 4 root 65. 4 root 65, right? We're supposed to find the distance between point of maxima and point of local minima. क्या? Okay. Next question. Find a point on the curve. Find a point on the curve x square plus 2y square equals to 6. X square plus 2y square equal to 6, whose distance from the line x plus y equal to 7 is minimum. Find a point on the curve x square plus 2y square equal to 6, whose distance from the line x plus y equal to 7 is minimum. Look at this equation. It is an equation of ellipse. If I divide it by 6, it'll be x square by 6 plus y square by 3 is equal to 1. It is equation of ellipse. The line x plus y equal to 7 would be, the line x plus y equal to 7 would be like this. So if you look at the diagram, we already know the answer. The point has to be in the first quadrant, right? So you can take some point on the ellipse x comma y, and its shortest distance from the line says L. So how do you find distance between a point and a line? No. Substitute the point in the line. This you already done. Substitute the point in the line and then divide by root of a square plus b square. So this is nothing but distance between a point and a line. So x comma y is a point on the ellipse. Line is this. So this length L will be how much? No. Then you have to maximize. A is 1, B is also 1. 1 plus 1. Now the problem is you have two variables. You have to replace one of the variables. So either you replace y or you replace x. Which variable you want to replace? X curl will be easy. X would be plus minus 6 minus 2y square. Now you have only one variable. Differentiate it, equate it to 0, you get your answer. So that is the method. This length is to be minimized. तो जब भी किसी फंक्शन को मैं मिनिमाइज मैक्सिमाइज करना है, you differentiate it and equate it to 0. So differentiate L with respect to y and then equate it to 0, get the points, coordinate of the points. Find dl by dy, equate it to 0. One by root 2 is out. Root fx, remember that derivative of root fx is always f dash x by 2 root fx. So 2, 6 minus 2y square. Then you apply chain rule. Derivative of this would be minus 4y. Derivative of y is 1, derivative of 7 is 0. Equate this to 0, get y. squaring both the sides. Is correct? Huh? Equate it to 0. 4 से 2 cancel. Root 2 is root 2. Divide by this. Take one other side. And squaring both the sides. Ah, right. Slight mistake here. So it'll be 2 then. So it'll be 2. So 4y square. So 6y square is equal to 6. Y is equal to plus minus 1. So when y is equal to plus minus 1, what will be x? Squaring both the side won't make a difference. X square plus 2y square. X would be plus minus 2. So the points will be 4 points as such, but the nearest point would be on the first quadrant, which is 2 comma 1. 2 comma 1 would be in the first quadrant. So the shortest distance on the hmm, 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 इसको इक्वेट किया, स्क्वायर किया ना दोनों साइड को. हाँ, फिर ये वाई स्क्वायर था, 2y कैसे लिखा तुमने? ये वाई स्क्वायर है ये. Now we have a shortcut method for this kind of question. This is a long method. Shortcut method क्या है? The point where the line is the nearest would have the same slope as the given line. You can note down this concept. If there is a point on the curve, लिखो, if there is a point on the curve which is nearest to a given line, nearest oblique farthest, nearest oblique farthest from a line, then slope at that point should be same as that of the given line. Slope at that point should be same as that of the given line. So if I use this concept, we can answer this question without actually solving like this. So what is slope? You all know that slope at a point is always derivative dy by dx. So you differentiate this. It is 2x plus 4y dy by dx equals to 0. So slope of this line or this tangent on this point will be dy by dx, right? Which is minus x by 2y. Now this slope should be the same as of the given line. This line has a slope which is minus 1. So equate this to minus 1. For x equal to 2y को कर्व में डाल दो, वैल्यू आ जाएगी.